Welcome back to the channel. Today we venture into the heart of some of the most harrowing encounters between humanity and the untamed wild. Viewer discretion is advised as we delve into the top 10 bloodiest animal encounters you might not want to look up. So brace yourselves as we journey into the shadows of human-animal encounters where survival is uncertain and the line between predator and prey blurs. Our first encounter takes us back to the summer of 1916, along the sun-drenched shores of New Jersey. As the summer sun beat down, people flocked to the cool embrace of the Atlantic Ocean, seeking respite from the heat. They were oblivious to the silent hunter lurking beneath the waves. Over 12 fateful days, a series of shark attacks shattered the serenity of the Jersey shore. Bathers, once carefree, now treaded cautiously, their eyes scanning the water's surface. Newspapers splashed terrifying headlines across their front pages. Panic gripped the coastal communities, casting a long shadow over the once joyous summer. Our journey into the heart of darkness takes us now to the vast and untamed savannas of Kenya, a land of breathtaking beauty and hidden perils. It was in the late 19th century, a time of exploration and ambition, when the world was still discovering the mysteries of Africa. The year was 1898, a pivotal moment in history marked by the ambitious construction of the Kenya-Uganda Railway, a project that promised to connect distant lands and bring progress. Hundreds of workers, drawn from various corners of the world, toiled under the relentless and scorching African sun, erecting a vital bridge over the treacherous Tsavo River. But amidst their labour, a new and terrifying challenge emerged. Two lions, unlike any others, began a reign of terror that would forever be etched in the annals of history. Night after night, the tranquil silence of the African savannah was shattered by the blood-curdling screams of the workers as the lions struck with ruthless precision. The lions, with an almost supernatural cunning, infiltrated the workers' camps, dragging their helpless victims into the darkness, leaving behind a trail of fear and despair. The workers, armed with little more than rudimentary tools and an overwhelming sense of fear and desperation, found themselves no match for the relentless and cunning predators. Every attempt to fortify their camps, to create barriers and defenses, proved futile against the relentless onslaught of the lions. For months, the lions' reign of terror continued unabated, casting a dark and ominous pall over the entire construction project, threatening to bring it to a standstill. We journey now to the dense jungles of India, where shadows dance beneath a canopy of emerald green. This lush and vibrant forest, teeming with life, holds secrets and stories that have been passed down through generations. In the early 20th century, a reign of terror unfolded in the remote Kumaon region. This was a time when the villagers lived in harmony with nature, unaware of the impending doom that would soon cast a dark shadow over their lives. The Leopard of Panar, as it came to be known, was a cunning killer, driven by an insatiable bloodlust. This beast was not just any predator, it was a master of stealth and strategy, evading capture and spreading fear with every attack. Over a decade, it claimed the lives of over 400 souls. Each attack was meticulously recorded, painting a grim picture of the leopard's deadly prowess and the villagers' growing desperation. Villagers, once accustomed to the rhythms of the jungle, now lived in perpetual fear. Their daily routines were disrupted, and the once peaceful nights were filled with anxiety and dread. The leopard's presence was felt everywhere, in the rustle of leaves, the snap of a twig. Every sound in the jungle became a potential threat, a reminder of the lurking danger. Its attacks were swift and brutal, leaving behind a trail of grief and despair. Families mourned their lost loved ones, and the community was plunged into a state of mourning and fear. Homes became prisons of fear as darkness fell. The villagers barricaded themselves inside, hoping to escape the leopard's deadly grasp, but knowing that safety was never guaranteed. The leopard, a phantom of the night, would slip through the shadows and claim its victims. Its ability to move silently and strike without warning made it a creature of nightmares, haunting the dreams of those who lived in its territory. Our journey takes an unexpected turn to the heart of civilization, to Paris in the year 1450. A city known for its grandeur and bustling life, now facing an unprecedented challenge. Winter had descended upon the city with an unforgiving grip, blanketing the streets in snow and ice. The once lively markets and streets were now silent, covered in a thick layer of frost. The River Seine lay frozen and still. Food was scarce, and hunger gnawed at the bellies of both man and beast. The harsh winter had made survival a daily struggle. Packs of wolves, driven by desperation, roamed the frozen countryside. Their howls grew closer, more insistent. The wolves, usually wary of human settlements, were now emboldened by their hunger. Then, one fateful night, a pack of wolves breached the city walls. The city, unprepared for such an invasion, was thrown into chaos. Panic gripped the city as the wolves stalked the snow-covered streets. The citizens, who had never faced such a threat, were terrified. Their howls pierced the night, a chilling symphony of hunger and despair. The once peaceful nights were now filled with the haunting cries of the wolves. Citizens, accustomed to the relative safety of their city walls, now barricaded themselves indoors. They huddled together, hoping the walls and doors would keep the wolves at bay. Fear was their only companion. The city, once a beacon of civilization, was now a place of dread and uncertainty. Our journey takes us now to the remote wilderness of Hokkaido, Japan, in the winter of 1915. Sankebetsu, a small isolated village, was a place of simple beauty. But in the winter of 1915, a shadow fell upon this idyllic community. Whispers of a giant bear sighted in the surrounding forests grew. Livestock went missing, their carcasses found mangled and half-eaten. Tracks impossibly large appeared in the snow. Fear settled over the village. Then, on a night when the wind howled and snow fell, a monstrous brown bear descended upon the village. Its eyes burned with a primal hunger. Our quest for the world's deadliest animal encounters leads us to Lake Tanganyika, Africa. Here, beneath the surface, lurks Gustave the Nile crocodile. Gustave is a behemoth, rumoured to measure over 20 feet in length. He is responsible for the deaths of hundreds. Fishermen speak of sudden disappearances and mangled bodies bearing the unmistakable marks of Gustave's brutal attacks. Chapter 7. Ramree Island, where crocodiles held the battlefield. Our journey takes us to the battlefields of World War II, to Ramree Island in the Bay of Bengal. In February 1945, a battalion of over 1,000 Japanese soldiers found themselves trapped on this island. They faced a new and terrifying enemy, the saltwater crocodiles. As darkness descended, the soldiers sought refuge in the mangrove swamps. The crocodiles, drawn by the scent of blood, gathered in the shallows. The night erupted in chaos. Gunfire was drowned out by the chilling hisses and bellows of hundreds of crocodiles. The water became a swirling cauldron of death. Chapter 8. Our journey brings us to the foothills of the Himalayas, to the story of the Champawat Tiger. This Bengal tigress held an entire region in its grip. In the early 20th century, the Champawat Tiger developed a taste for human flesh. Her reign of terror began in the villages bordering the jungle. At first, there were whispers of livestock disappearing. Then came the attacks, swift and brutal. The villagers were held hostage by fear. The Champawat Tiger grew bolder, stalking the roads in broad daylight. Her presence cast a long shadow over the land. Chapter 9. Our exploration takes a turn into the realm of mystery with the Patterson-Gimlin film. This grainy 60-second clip, shot in 1967, has sparked countless debates. The footage purports to show a large, hairy, bipedal creature, Bigfoot. Some dismiss it as a hoax, while others see it as tantalizing evidence. The creature, seemingly aware of its observers, glances back over its shoulder. Chapter 10. Our journey culminates on a chain of volcanic islands in Indonesia, home to the Komodo Dragon. These are the largest lizards on Earth, apex predators with brute strength and toxic venom. Komodo dragons can grow to over 10 feet in length. Their saliva, a cocktail of potent toxins, can weaken and kill their prey. While attacks on humans are rare, they are not unheard of. Outro. Our journey through history's most terrifying animal encounters comes to an end. These stories remind us to respect and understand the creatures with whom we share this planet.